combo game where you feel very fast, very quick, good frame data. You're going to get up in somebody's face and you are just going to scrap in those close quarter combat situations.
And Zeta as well. I was going to say, well, we were talking about Zeta, but we're not going to see the Zeta. It's going to be the Loxodont. And this matchup, Yin, I am shocked that he swapped from Zeta into Lox, because I think this might be one of the single most lopsided matchups in the entire game. Wrastor's burst range is so incredibly strong, right? Because of that side special, able to throw that wind gust out and chase you down through the slipstream, get an extra burst of speed, the aerial smash attacks, and the long combo game. Very evocative, right? Like, of characters, you know, of birds in other platform fighters who will just keep you in the air and juggle you off these extended combo strings forever. Lox being the super big, super heavy, you know, there's not a lot, but that meatball, we see it time and time again. It beats out most projectiles, but it doesn't beat out the slipstream, and that just means that Lox has a hard time keeping you out, controlling your space, and then when Jut finds the hit, it's just so hard for Loxodont to get away.
Oh yeah, and that is that big thing, and that's why you're seeing Jut already making sure this constant slipstream here. That way, if Loxo ever throws out one of those hitboxes, Jut is in and on top of that elephant. And now, got it right on deck, snuffing out Han Solo Berger's attempt to get out of the juggle, and now keeping them up high. And of course, one of the other things for Wrastor is right there. Those aerial attacks is where he gets his strongs rather than the grounded strongs.
Yeah, the aerial strongs for Wrastor, right? Definitely the biggest.
Looks like
I was gonna say
a bit of a controller issue.
It does look like we might have a bit of controller issue. Jut leaning over. Yep, we're gonna lock on out. But I was gonna say those aerial controls.
Tap jump was on.
Interesting, right? Because rivals, you know, if you're player 1, if you're player 2, sometimes it's just a little inconsistent right now on whether it sends, you know, keeps your controls or not. Again, that is just a closed beta feature. Or by the time the actual game rolls around, it will be gone again. So we're gonna get started this time for real, Yin. And I mean, the question is gonna be really, can Han Solo Berger find an up tilt, find a grab to get this combo game started, or is Jut just gonna put you in the blender?
That is the big question here. So far, this Loxo bringing a lot more to the table in this game number 1 now, as already dishing out almost 50%. Love that patience, not allowing him to get that easy dive in, but still, that being said, Jut is on top of him.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Jut just has not given this elephant any room to breathe. Man, I mean, it has been absolutely oppressive, right? Wrastor just able to move, utilize those multiple jumps, to just approach you from these awkward angles that Lox just cannot contest, and then the aerial slipstream to increase your drift in for the F-strong. Beautiful, beautiful job.
Absolutely, but you know what? This Loxo trying to stay on top of Jut, not allowing him to get that slipstream out if possible, but Jut getting control and re-getting to that stage. But you know what, Han Solo Berger keeping him out with these meatballs. You mentioned it earlier, a brutal projectile, but now Jut's turn to play the advantage state and doing a great job of it. That up throw leading to even more percent.
Yeah, and when you're caught in the slipstream, combo, there, as we mentioned before, there is literally nothing you can do sometimes as Lox. Wrastor is just so much faster, and I mean, finally breaking out of the grab, but Berger gonna find the reset afterwards, put you off stage, not enough to do it, and Jut gonna use that slipstream again to find the reversal and the stock. You might as well have trapped this man between every sort of thing that could have gone wrong, because I mean, he just can't escape right now.
Yes, ma'am. Rocking a hard place right here as Wrastor racking up that shield pressure and not allowing Han Solo Berger to get a chance. And now opting for the tech chase instead of the free combo off of that shield break. And I love this. Han Solo Berger ready to break out of the grab and instead get the kill throw afterwards on Jut. But now locked once more into this combo. And look at that 50%. But he swings right on through off of that stage.
He absolutely swings in. I like the slipstream there, right? And it doesn't do a lot of knockback, but it did just enough to slide Han Solo Burger off the ledge, dislodging him from neutral, shifting him into disadvantage, even though it was just a straight hit, right? Lox then having to come back on stage is what allows Jut to find that next hit, right? He's pushed back though, getting pushed to ledge, forces him to recover. Because of Lox's recovery, because of the platform, it allows this whole advantage state, and there's just nowhere, again, to get away from Wrastor.
Not at all. That's the thing you mentioned. Look, it is a hard time, but now we're going to be seeing Fleet, a character who might be looking to position a little bit away and utilize some of these arrows to just maintain some stage control to counter out that slipstream and make it so that Judd just can't easily get in it. And so far, doing a pretty good job of it, but Wrastor now in. Can Judd keep it going? Yes, sir. We racking up to 27, make that 34.
Yeah, is still by Han Solo Burger trying to get anything started, but just not able to create the space yet or find those CQC openers that Fleet also has to control space. And right now, you know, Jut looking like Zahira the first time he fought Korra, because he's absolutely sweeping the floor in this airbending battle. There's just nowhere for you to run away.
Absolutely not. You got to find a way through. That back air making its mark, and now this Fleet finally in for a moment's notice, but it did not matter as Jut right back on top of things. Look at that, landing down with that hit, but getting caught by the down air arrow. That is one thing that is also very good for Fleet right here, is she can stop a lot of this oppression in the skies if she can land that down air.
Yeah, what a beautiful route back to stage. Use the tornado, cover you, but it does not matter. Jut perfectly positioned under the platform to find the follow-up, to find the cleanup, and punish that high route with a easy stock. So gonna keep going now here on the next advantage to Yin, and he's already getting cooking. And Solberger hasn't even been able to get those neutral special arrows going yet.
Absolutely not. Every time Jut has been at the ready to go ahead and parry or shield those, keeping it from dishing out any extra damage. And now Han Solo trying to lock up for the next one, but that down smash not going to meet its mark. But we've got the neutral B on deck just for a little bit of damage, unable to find the kill confirmed that I'm sure Han Solo Burger was looking for. Now caught up at ledge. Can Jut keep it going? Yes, sir. Look at this. We are doing so much work here in advantage.
Yeah, Jut has absolutely been cooking, just finding that back air reset, right? Hit fall it, find your drift, back air reset, just fast fall it this time, find your drift. The timing mix-ups using those multiple jumps, occupying that space, and the Fleet has a float. It feels a little different, right, than maybe what some of these players are used to. So far, Solo Burger just still not able to really find the opening, just trying to play this character more like a traditional zoner, and Jut's just using those multiple jumps to force the commitment and then drop in, find a way around, and open you up.
Absolutely, but you know what? Caught off stage. No edge guard there. Sadly for Han Solo Burger, they really tried to find that spike with the down air, but don't matter. We are still getting another shot here. Jut caught up with that forward throw. Lots of damage. 172. Can they find it? The charge up on the neutral B. Maybe a back air. No, the up smash. Not going to do it. You hate to see it. Really struggling here to get this kill.
Yeah, it's very surprising too, because Fleet has one of the strongest kill confirms in the entire game as Jut finds that one. You get that down special, right, that flip shot back, and you actually can combo it into an up air, which is a kill move on this character. But, you know, Solo Burger definitely feeling like maybe, again, right, not as used to this character, going to find the hit and the stock there. But the question is it gonna be enough? Jut with just such a strong lead here in every sense of the word.
Oh yeah, this advantage state has been brutal, where so far every other player we have watched outside of Cheesy Potato has only really nickel and dimed the opponent. Jut has gotten his hands on them and then dished out 50-60% per interaction, and now Han Solo Burger trying to take the chance but unable to confirm that forward air into the down air. And now look at this, almost hitting the dash attack but not quite.
Yeah, not gonna quite close it out. Finding the closer to the arrow, no tornado needed. Finally, Han Solo Burger getting the advantage state for real again, and getting the special arrow to boot, but it's not gonna be enough. Jut is just going to microspace around the arrow, you know, slide to the left, slide back to the right, and then find the stock for it. He has had some of the cleanest advantage states so far we've seen in a bracket, second only maybe to Cheesy Potato, and you got to find a way out of that blender if you want to stand up to him in the remainder of this bracket.
Look at that. Yeah, no, you mentioned it. If you can't stand up to a player like Jut inside of that advantage state, it is going to be a problem. The back throw to the F-Strong Jut, understanding that slipstream, allowing him to get that conversion. And then right here, the Loxodont trying to get the catch on the up B, but unable to, allowing Jut to find that opening. And every minute Jut got the chance, it was a stock. It did not matter. And that's the same thing that we saw with Cheesy Potato. And that really goes to show why these top players are who they are. It's not just about how strong their neutral is, but it's an actual early understanding within this game of how to kill off of a single interaction or at most 2 or 3, you know, keep it fast and keep the games going.
For sure, for sure. And we saw there at the end, as well, right? Han Solo Berger trying to line up that up smash arrow, but not able to because the dash sent them a little farther than they expected because that slipstream does affect both players. So, something interesting to watch there, right, is we can tell sometimes not just who the strongest players are, but also just, who's more used to playing the game at this point. But Yin, speaking of, playing the game, we've got a little bit of a break in that we're going to just talk about some of the people who make this all happen, starting with Collision. We talked about them before. We'll talk about them again. One of the preeminent production crews here in the Northeast, especially for the FGC. They do events, production, and content. And on all levels, from majors like Collision to supporting the collegiate scene to locals, regionals, monthlies, it doesn't matter. They've got you covered. You can follow them on all platforms: YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, links in the image as seen. Please go support them. They are the lifeblood to make this all happen.
They're just the best in the scene to do it. But for now, we do have some of the best in the rival scene coming up, but we got to send it to a quick break. So don't go anywhere, because we will be right back.
Hello, everybody, and no matter what element you represent, we're happy to have you here back at Warped. I'm Ritual, joined by Yin. We're bringing you some rivals too. We've seen characters, I think, at this point, of three of the four elements. I don't.
We saw Reno, so water.
Okay, no, we've seen all four.
We've seen all four. We've seen all four.
We have seen all four. I was gonna say Rano, I think the one water character in the game right now.
We saw BD for a very slight second.
We didn't technically see BD.
We technically saw Reno.
Though Cheesy Potato did make sure that we saw as little of Rano as humanly possible.
Absolutely, bro.